Hey guys, it's Legit Tryhard, and today I'm bringing you a Moab tutorial on Dome. Now, a Moab stands for Mother of All Bombs, and it's a 24 kill streak or a 25 if you're using Assault or Support that is automatically set no matter what. It's always on. It kills the entire enemy team, it EMPs them for 1 minute, and it gives your whole team double XP for the rest of the match. But there's a twist. Unlike Modern Warfare 2, where your kill streaks counted towards your nuke, in this, they don't. Every kill has to be with your gun or assist from Hardline Pro. So, instead of using Assault, which would completely not help you at all, I either use Support or Specialist. The good thing about Support is you can only set 2 kill streaks and use UAV and counter UAV, and that will pretty much last you the whole game. You'll have their radar jam the whole time you're going through the Moab, and you'll be able to see them. But at the same time, I like to play with friends and have them do that. And then I use Specialist, so I get every perk in the game. Because with Specialist, when you go on an 8 kill streak, you get every perk in the game. You have Assassin, so they won't be able to see you on their UAV. You have Blind Eye, so their air support won't be able to get you. You'll have Sit Rep Pro, so you can hear their footsteps. You'll even have Hardline Pro, so every 2 assists counts as a kill towards your Moab. But yet, there's another twist to this. When you get an 8 Specialist kill streak, you also have every proficiency perk for your weapon. So with my ACR, when I go on an 8 kill streak, not only do I have kick, but I have impact, I have focus, and I have stability. So when they're shooting at me, I'll be able to get less recoil and be able to kill them. When I'm aiming at them at a distance, my sights won't be swaying, so I'll have a better shot at getting them. When I'm shooting through a wall, my bullets will go through it and be able to kill them. This also helps when using a submachine gun because you get the melee perk. And what the melee perk allows you to do is knife faster. So if you're coming around the corner and you have to reload and somebody comes at you, you'll be able to knife faster them and kill them. The next step to getting your Moab is to use good tactics. What I like to do is I like to control the center of the map, as I'm doing right here. I'm looking over A, I can protect C, I can protect B, and later in the match when they actually get B, I'm able to react and get to B faster because I'm to the center of the map. It's a great point because you're close to every flag, so no matter where they're spawning, you will be able to get them. You also always need to know where the enemy team is. It's a lot easier on Dome because I have C and B, so if they get out of A, most people are going to try and capture a flag, and when I see the flag blinking or I hear losing C or losing B, I know to go there to get them off the flag. Also, it's better to choose a good spawn point where there's not many exits. In A, there's only 2 exits, and it's through the B side and through the C side. But if you were protecting C, they can exit through the center of B, to the right of B, or to the left towards A. So it's a lot harder to spawn trap. Another thing you always need to do is you always need to be moving. You always need to be in a different spot. Although I'm staying in this center alley for most of the game, I keep moving to different corners of the alley. I keep coming out a little bit, and I eventually even switch over to the other side of the spawn over near B. Because you need to keep the enemy surprised, because people are going to rush up, they're going to start pre-firing towards you, and if you're in a different corner, then they'll have their back to you, and it'll be much easier to kill them. Now, one really bad habit I tend to have is when I get on a 20 to a 23, I start to run around really bad. I'm so anxious to get that last kill, and a lot of times it actually gets me killed. You'll see later in the video an example of this. I am 1 kill away from my Moab, and I run down towards A, and there's a couple people in the Dome, and I almost get killed twice, and right there my heart is racing. What I do when that happens is I get in a corner, and I take a couple deep breaths, because when I go for a Moab, it gets really intense. I start sweating a little bit, my heart starts beating really fast, and the best thing to do with that is to calm down. So it's a good idea to sit in a corner and take a couple deep breaths and just get control of yourself for a minute, or you're going to be spazzing out when people start shooting at you. Another good idea when you're going for a MOAB is to play your personal preference. And when I say that, I mean, how do you like to play? When I play, I prefer to play alone because for some reason I just do better. I don't even know why. But some people do better with their friends. They like the competition, they feel the competitiveness, and they do better. I preferably stay alone because some of the people I play with are extremely aggressive team players, and they always go for caps. And you'll see later in this video that my team goes for A, and they try and cap it, and it switches the enemy's spawn to B. and I have to react. I have to move my spot. I have to get to a new strong point. I have to choke them out at B, and I have to move them back to A. Plus, when you're going for a Moab, you can't always be rushing up and running around because they will spawn right behind you and kill you. Because Modern Warfare 3 put in a spawn system in this game called revenge spawns. And what that means is they spawn them in a better point to kill you if you're running around. So if you kill someone and you run around the corner, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be sitting there aiming down their sights waiting for you. So you have to play a little less aggressive. Some of you might call it camping, but I call it controlling an area. When I say controlling an area, I mean playing the objective. Some of you may say, how are you playing the objective? You're not capturing flags. I'm protecting them. Although I'm not taking people directly off the flags, I'm keeping them from getting there by trapping them in their spawn. The last thing you need when you're going for a Moab is a good class. I prefer to using a good assault rifle like the ACR, the M4, or the SCAR, or a decent submachine gun like the UMP or the PP9. This is because you need mobility, accuracy, and damage. With the PP9 and the UMP, it's for a more aggressive player who likes to rush because they have a lot more mobility. For somebody who likes to stay back more in camp, they should use an ACR, a SCAR, or an M4. Although it doesn't matter what proficiency you use, I prefer using silencers as an attachment on my weapon. I use silencers because they keep you hidden when you shoot towards enemies. Lastly, for perks, I use Scavenger Pro, Quick Draw or Assassin, and Stalker Pro. And for my specialist perks, at 2, I use Sleight of Hand. At 4, I use Blind Eye, and at 6, I either use Quick Draw or Assassin, depending on what my second perk is normally. But this video is coming to an end, so don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Go out there and get your Moabs. See you later. Bye.